Good morning, everybody. Welcome along to Nuvola Distribution's webinar today, all things 8x8 on marketing as a service, or MaaS. We love an acronym. We've just got some attendees that are starting to join, so I'm just going to give everybody about a minute or two just to join, grab a coffee, etc., and then we'll get started. Okay, good morning. I think that might have given everybody enough time to join, find their links, etc., and grab a coffee. So again, welcome along to one of our webinars focusing today on marketing as a service with our vendor partner 8x8. We've probably got some new faces on today, so thank you for joining, and probably some guys that work with us already. So we've got some speakers today, obviously myself. I'm head of TAS, or Technology as a Service, here at Nuvola Distribution. We've got Alan from 8x8. He's our channel marketing manager. So he'll be running through all of the assets and the tools that are available to our partners that sign up under Nuvola Distribution for 8x8. And also Katrina, our very own marketing manager here at Nuvola Distribution. Pop onto the next slide, Katrina. Fantastic. So we've got a very quick agenda just to run through, just a bit of housekeeping here. So I'll just run through some introductions again for those that are new to Nuvola, just to run through obviously who we are, what we do, and just a couple of welcome slides. I'm going to hand then over to Alan. He can run through all of the channel marketing proposition and, as I say, the tools that are available. And then Katrina will be doing an overview of what is available from Nuvola, from the marketing as a service offer that we provide all of our channel partners that sign up with us through the whole of our technology ranges. And then we're going to have a Q&A at the end. We do have a chat window for those of you that might have used GoToWebinar before. If you did want to pop any chat questions in there, please feel free to do so. We will run through as many as we can at the end of the session. If we do run out of time, then as with all these things, if we see a flurry come through, then we will get back to you all individually anyway, just to run through any questions that you have and follow-ups. So just wanted to run through a little bit of background about Nuvola Distribution and who we are and where we've come from. So we did start out as an organisation called Nuage. We were heavily focused on providing services to our channel partners. Now, the majority of our staff are actually professional services employees, so we do pride ourselves on not only providing vendor technologies to our partners, whether that's licenses or hardware, but the professional services wrap around for them. Now, what that does is that does attract partners that perhaps don't have their own internal expertise, so that we can give them the easiest route to market, or the easiest way that they can go out and sell the key vendors within the portfolio and make it easy for them to transact. In 2013, we then evolved from Nuage, providing the professional services, to a distribution organisation. We, had the ability, therefore, with our expertise and the pre-sales expertise, and obviously the sales arm, which is obviously clearly important to every organisation, that we wanted to provide the distribution service to our partners to enable them to take on more products, not just from a services background, but to push out perhaps products that they haven't touched before, or that's not part of their historic skill sets, but then opens up doors for other solutions that they perhaps wouldn't talk about to their customers where they don't have that expertise. The partners that we work with are a range from UC, so they understand the UC technologies, right through to partners that really isn't part of their part of their day-to-day offering. And it just means that we can open up some revenue streams for them, as I mentioned, to go out and talk about opportunities that they perhaps wouldn't have done before. And the key thing is from us, from a Nuvola Distribution background, is that we are focused on all of our key vendors and the technologies that we have around them. And within Nuvola, we have technology pillars. We don't like to call them silos because we do work very closely together. And those technology pillars range from, right through from UC to completely, intelligent networking solutions and kind of the whole comms piece that brings together the offerings that we can help our partners with. Now, this looks like a very busy slide with lots of names on there, but we do overlap some of these vendors within our different technology pillars. So within there, we've got the Cloud TAS, obviously where we sit here and the purpose of today. But you can see there are many well-known vendors within that space, both offering the agent model and wholesale model, which we'll come on to later. We have our intelligent networking silo or pillar, where we look at all things that are within the customer's network. So looking at packet capture, understanding what's going on behind the scenes, and identifying areas or perhaps things that end customers wouldn't know are happening until they're landing on their network. We've got our UC division, so Unified Comms. So anything that perhaps is more on premise. So this is your traditional area. So Alcatel-Lucent is a large and key part of our business. We work with all of the Alcatel partners in the UK and across Europe. And that then evolves into obviously the equipment and the services that you would expect. So from headsets right through to a complete enterprise solution in there. We've got our meeting room solutions. So we see this as a key and growing sector for our partners. We can do this both on an upfront basis, but also on a reoccurring model. This seems to now fall quite nicely into the whole ecosystem of the UC play. And even if it's on premise or in the cloud, we're seeing perhaps not so much, last year or the year before, with obviously the wonderful pandemic that we've all been going through and it's touched our lives in some way or another. But now that people are moving back into the offices, they are now looking at how they can make their meeting room spaces more attractive, more user friendly. And within there, as you can see, we've got some very well-known names. Zoom and Yealink as well, and also Poly, but the intelligent screens as well that we also wrap around those meeting rooms with Ava and i3 technologies. So again, this is where we're seeing a key growth. And underpinning all that, as I mentioned on a previous slide, is our professional services. So we offer a professional services wraparound for all of the products that we have. Whilst those products might look like we do have a lot in there, we do pick them very wisely, work with vendors that we see are either up and coming or fit the ecosystem that we're trying to help our channel partners go to market with. And as I say, all of the products that we have a professional services wraparound for them. Just some key points to mention as part of the services that we offer. So obviously we have a very strong sales team. Again, we have specialists within each of those different sectors and technology pillars that we just went through. And underpinning that as well, we've got pre-sale support, which is really important. Some of our partners may want to train up and have the pre-sale support in-house. But one of the key things, and as I mentioned all along this so far, is the value-added services that we offer around the professional services side, and that includes the pre-sales. Obviously, we have a support help desk as well. Our help desk works very closely with our partners' help desks, taking second, third line support calls, or we also offer a managed support desk offer, where literally any calls that may come into a particular vendor that you decide to sign up with Nuvola, we can offer the support from all the first, second line support. Obviously, we've got a strong logistics. We have our own warehouse. That's both in the UK, and I'll come on to other locations in a moment on the next slide. But again, we understand that logistics, certainly probably now more than ever, does have its challenges, but we're well adversed to deal with those. We do offer maintenance as well. So this is quite key for customers that you may talk to that have legacy systems. So we tend to be able to kind of grasp some of those end customers on the legacy equipment that might be moving towards a new journey for them, whether that's going to the cloud or updating their on-premise solution or whatever it might be within their comms journey. We can offer maintenance services for legacy, but also obviously the ongoing new partners and products that we take on. I've also touched on professional services along the way, but again, marketing is again something that we offer out to our partners, which obviously you'll be able to see from this presentation, the type of offerings that we do provide our partners at no extra cost. Just some numbers here just to run through very quickly. So as you saw in the previous slide, we've got 5 technology arms or pillars. Again, focusing, their expertise in there. We've got 20 vendors. That might, as I said earlier, look quite busy or a lot, but we do pick them very wisely. 600 active partners, that's growing all the time. What we are finding actually is some of our existing partners are now looking at other technologies with us that they may not have touched before, whether that's they're evolving their business or obviously recent times has meant that they're actually looking to venture out into newer areas. So we are seeing a lot of cross selling, you might want to call it, with our existing partners, which is really, really good. You need to do as much as you can with your existing partners and customers now. 15 engineers. They're spread very nicely across the UK, etc. But we also have, sort of smart hands and feet on the street in various locations. And we've been in business for 11 years. Here's just a very brief map as to where we are located. So we're headquartered in Swallowfield in Reading, so nice and easy to get to from the M4 and some main train lines, etc., etc. So we always offer our channel partners, if you want to come down and see us, we've got meeting room solutions set out. We can do demonstrations. Obviously, in today's age, we're always doing remote sessions. Part of today, obviously a webinar that we're doing more and more of, and I'm sure you're doing that with your customers as well. But yeah, if you ever wanted to come down and meet us all, engineering across the UK, as I mentioned before, and also recently we do have a really good acquisition that we made earlier on this year with an organisation, meaning that we do now have the opportunity and the ability to resell to channel partners over in Ireland, and we have our offices there in Galway and a warehouse now in Shannon. Now, just moving on to why we're on here, and obviously 8x8 is our key vendor that we are championing today. So we do have, and I mentioned this on a very first slide, is we offer a complete wraparound solution, and we offer our partners the ability to purchase the 8x8 technologies either via the agency program or via resale. Now, what do we mean by that? And if you already know this, then great. But the agency model gives you the ability to sign up and effectively you register leads via ourselves, which then 8x8 will manage. They'll support you along the selling process, but it means that they will manage the sales cycle with you, and you would then receive an upfront commission at the start of the sale of the contract. Depending on at the time what 8x8 actually offer, it could be 3 or 4 times the monthly recurring revenue, and then you would receive an ongoing commission. We also offer the resale, so that is what we see as wholesale. So that means that you can purchase your licenses, your professional services, your complete wraparound solution via Nuvola, and you can then resell that on to your end customer and make healthy margins, and completely up to you then what margins you make. Professional services wrap around for all of those, and obviously we offer a very, very strong partner support. Included in that is the marketing, and there are all your different routes with 8x8 through Nuvola Distribution. So how do you begin your 8x8 journey? If you're not already on your 8x8 journey, or you are looking to begin that journey, and how that looks through Nuvola. So with Nuvola, we will help our partners fast track training. We appreciate that there is some training that's required for you to get your sales teams to a position where they can confidently talk about the product that you're looking to push out. But we can do that in different ways. So we fast track it to enable you to have sales, but also if you're looking at across the period of time to become technically trained, so therefore you may not wish to rely on professional service delivery via Nuvola, then we can help you on that process as well. We can help you build attractive commercials. So we do this with some of our partners depending in which vertical they're in, or which market they're looking to tap into. We can look at the commercials that are around the product and help you build those as commercially as possible to help you go out there and be competitive, but also provide your own value-added services around that. We offer the partner exchange portal training, so we can sit down with you and run through that. As I mentioned, we can fast track that as well. So we're using Partner Exchange as a distributor day in, day out. But we can help our partners fast track those training. And the key thing here is there are dedicated account management and marketing support. So we don't let our partners just run away and do everything by themselves. That may come in time, but we do have dedicated account managers that work with our partners to help them build business plans, help them come up with campaigns. And this is where the marketing support is really, really important, because we do recognize that without that, it can be quite difficult to get off the starting blocks, as it were. So that leads me on to now Alan from 8x8, who's going to give you an overview and a snapshot into all things that are available to you as channel partners with 8x8 marketing.
Thank you very much, Karen. Pleasure to meet you all. I am Alan Siegert, and I'm the channel marketing manager for all the 8x8 distribution partners in the UK. I'm going to discuss with you guys today some of the tools that we have available for our partner community. And these tools are completely free to use. And without further ado, let me just move to the next slide here. So first of all, the first tool that we're going to discuss today is Partner Exchange. Some of you might have already visited Partner Exchange, might already be some way along on this partner journey, but there's a ton of assets in there that I'm going to discuss, and some of the great campaigns that we've got in there as well. And then we're going to discuss Bombora, Primo, and last but not least, ExcelAccelerate Days that we run usually through the quarter. So without further ado, here is Partner Exchange. Partner Exchange has a series of co-brandable marketing assets, such as case studies, landing pages, social media posts, webinars in a box, and there's also a huge amount of support for sales in there. So there's some good data sheets, comparison sheets that compares our products to our competitors and really kind of helps you in that conversation with your clients. There's also videos in there, blogs, etc. There's also enablement material in there, such as training and just general good tools. Two campaigns that we're running at the moment that are very, very big, and the number one of those campaigns is Microsoft Teams integration, which is a campaign that focuses on Microsoft Teams and how our product integrates seamlessly, and so users can still have the Microsoft Teams experience with the unbeatable global reach that 8x8 offers. And the second campaign that we have at the moment, which you guys might have seen everywhere, is the XCaaS campaign. XCaaS stands for Experience Communication as a Service, which is the cloud communication platform. Is essentially blurring the lines between UCaaS and CCaaS into one cloud platform, which is 8x8 work, which is what we offer. So all of that can be found on Partner Exchange. And next, we've got Bombora. You're probably thinking, what the hell is Bombora? Let me explain it to you. So Bombora looks at intent data via user search behavior. So it tracks what users have been doing online. So what does that mean for you? You can upload your target data, so accounts that you're looking to target. So you can, all Bombora really needs is account name and domain. So you upload it into Bombora, and then Bombora will let you know if any of those accounts have been researching specific key topics that we set out against. So for example, if people within a business have been researching UCaaS or CCaaS or 8x8 or one of our competitor names, it will flag up on the report. So what Bombora does, it will give a score of 0 to 100. And if businesses have been researching that topic more than usual, it will flag up on the report. For example, anything we look at anything between 60 to 100 as surge scoring. So anything 60 to 100 will flag up on the report. It will say what topic the business has been researching and how heavily they've been researching. And a lot goes into that score. So for example, it talks about, it measures whether they spent a long time on the page, how far down the page they scrolled. So there's a lot that goes into it. It's quite an interesting report. If any of you are interested in knowing more about Bombora or interested in signing up, do let me know. It's a tool that is free for partners to use. And one thing I want to be clear of, Bombora doesn't give you specific contact details within that business. So it doesn't give you details of the specific person that you need to contact, but at least it will give you an indication whether the business as a whole has been researching. So some other accounts that I look after, they match Bombora information with Zoom Info, because Zoom Info gives you details of specific people within their business. And so yeah, Bombora is great if you're a salesperson that wants to know whether it's a good time to contact the business, or if you're planning a marketing campaign, it will give you an indication whether it's the right time to, you know, contact that business, or if you've got a huge target list, it will kind of help you narrow it down a bit further. So that's Bombora. Next, we have a Primo. A Primo is a marketing automation tool that we offer our partners, completely free to use. What does that mean? So essentially what Primo lets you do is create co-branded marketing campaigns with a very easy to use user interface. You do not need to have, you know, a degree in marketing or marketing experience to learn how to use a Primo. It's pretty much, you get yourself a login and upload your company logo in there, and away you go. Pretty much it's really, really intuitive, easy to use. You can customize things to your liking. You can customize the call to action if you choose to do so, of course. And all of these campaigns that we upload on a Primo have been tried and tested by us, so we know that it works. The content in there is regularly updated as well, and you can also look back at it and see how your campaign has performed. So once you get your Primo login, is yours. You know, only you can log into that Primo. When you upload company information in there or who you want to contact, only you can see that. So Primo is a third-party company, is fully GDPR compliant, so we never get to see from our end what you uploaded it in there. You can also review campaigns, so you can see how your emails have performed, how many people have visited the landing page. So if you're interested in a Primo, do let me know. We offer bi-weekly training sessions on a Primo. And essentially the only thing that we ask is that you attend one of those bi-weekly training sessions before we give you the license, because the bi-weekly training session is an hour long. I think it happens on a Thursday morning, and it will just give you the basics, so you can hit the ground running essentially. And yeah, so do let us know if you're interested in a Primo. We are here to kind of help you and guide you if you need to. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about Excel and Accelerate Days that we also run with our partners. What is an Excel day? An Excel day is an account mapping day, essentially, where we line up our account managers with your account managers. We could do some training, account mapping. We can, kind of handhold you through some of the marketing tools that we have. We can also enhance the target account list that you have with Bombora and help you with that as well. And we also run Accelerate Days. Those are essentially sales floor blitz days. We can offer you data to call up on, and we can kind of create prizes to be won on your sales team, shall you wish to do so. And but yeah, completely recommend that you guys get in touch if you think any of those days would interest you. again, free data for you to call up on the ExcelAccelerate Days. So definitely worth getting your hands on that. And that is pretty much from me. I wanted to also say that we have marketing funds available on a case-by-case basis. So if you think that you have a good marketing idea, or if there's an event or a campaign that you want to attend, do let me know. All funds are available via Nuvola. So let us know. We're here to kind of listen to you and help you. And without further ado, I will pass on to Katrina. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alan. That's great. Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see so many different resellers here today. We've got some big partners and some smaller partners and some prospects as well. I thought that cut very well, Alan. So there's budget out there. You heard it here first from Alan at 8x8. So we've got you now on that, Alan. So I'm Katrina Ure. I'm the marketing manager at Nuvola Distribution. I'm going to take you through our marketing as a service that Karen alluded to at the beginning. Before I do that, I'm just going to cover off a little bit about what marketing, what's it all about. So it's obviously an essential part of your business. If it's something that you're already doing, if you've got a big marketing team, or whether you're a small business, a small reseller, it's really the heartbeat of your business. I like to, being a bit of a foodie, liken it to food. Marketing, like a good meal, it should sustain you and it should sustain your business. It's something that you create, that you make, and that you do every day. If you want to maintain a healthy relationship with your customers and your prospects, it should really be the heartbeat of your business. It's what should drive your business. Obviously, marketing makes you look good, makes your company look smart. I'm sure that everyone can remember a good brand and a good logo. There's the Nike logo, or Nike logo, that has total recognition. There's no brand name on it, but we all remember it. With marketing, it doesn't have to be hard. You can let us do the heavy lifting with the marketing as a service support that we provide. It's part of our professional services wraparound, and it's something that whether you're a large reseller with your own marketing function, maybe you're a bit resource short and you'd like a bit of support from us, we can help you work with the vendor. We can help you source MDF, marketing development funds from Alan in this case, and we can help you execute your marketing plans and your intentions. Why do that with Nuvola? We're quite a large group of marketeers across quite a few disciplines. Some of us have come from client side, working with customers. Some have come from agency side, where we've actually worked within marketing agencies. We pretty much have covered, I think, collectively probably about 100 years of marketing. Not that I want to admit my age across a webinar, but a lot of us have worked for large blue chip brands. We've worked for smaller organisations, so we understand what it's like to work in a larger company and be resource short, and to work in a smaller company and also have the challenges of resource. Some of the activities that we will actually do on behalf of you as an extension of your marketing department. We can write press releases, we can source publicity for you. This is an article that ranked us as one of the top 40 distributors in the UK through CRN, which is a global publication. This was the UK release. We can help you with activities around social media if you wanted to run some digital marketing campaigns. We can also support you with writing content, website development. We can do newsletters. We can run promotions and campaigns for you. That was a campaign we ran March last year when most of our vendors wanted to push their remote working solutions. We can do stand design. So we were at DTX 360 2 weeks ago at Excel with 3 of our partners, Adaptive Garland and Live Action. 8x8 were there, as many of our vendors were. We can help you with any awards that you want to apply for. We seem to win quite a few of them. We run partner days and events. So you've got access to a lot of marketing tools through Nuvola, and you've got access to all of our vendor relationships and MDF, Marketing Development Fund. At Nuvola, in the marketing team, we've got a great depth of technology and channel knowledge. So we understand the sector, we understand the industry, and for marketing activity, where you'll go to if you need to extend your marketing support. We're not a huge organisation, we're not massive, but that's great because it makes us agile, makes us quite innovative. We tend to embrace new ways of working in marketing, and we're quite risk adverse, so we will kind of jump in and try new things that maybe larger disties wouldn't be so keen on doing. So how do you to engage with us? It's really easy. Five easy steps. Register as a partner. So tell us you want to become a Nuvola partner. In this case, you want to work with 8x8, so you're choosing 8x8. How you work with them would be with Karen. We in marketing will do a discovery call with you, whether it's your marketing team, whether it's an owner or founder of the organisation, whoever you would like us to work with. We talk about really a journey of where you've been, where we think you want to go, what activities you might want to engage in, and we'll make that happen. We plan that out, put a schedule together for you, discuss budget, how much you want to spend, how you want to spend it, where we can get some budget for you from the vendor, and then we execute on your behalf. After we've executed activities, then we do the normal process, which is we review and revise what was successful, what didn't work. So it's a simple process, it's an effective process. We use it with our vendor partners. We execute marketing activity on their behalf to recruit resellers. This is what this activity is right today. And we work with resellers to help you penetrate into the marketplace, your local market or broader afield. So working with Nuvola is a pretty straightforward activity. I'm going to hand you over to Karen, and she's just going to sort of take you through the next steps of how you join in with Nuvola. Karen, are you there?
I am. Thanks, Katrina. Yeah, I'm here. That's fantastic. Thank you ever so much. Yeah, I hope guys that are on, you can all see exactly what is available to you, and the assets that can really help and solidify an additional revenue stream. Perhaps you've been thinking of signing with 8x8 for some time. It might not have been the right time. Now it is, I'm hoping. And you can see that actually doing that partnership via Nuvola means that the commitment that is expected of you just really isn't there. I mean, and that's the key thing just to mention. So if you do sign up with us, as Katrina said, very simple process, but all we ask is that you sign our agreement. We're not asking you to commit to seats. We're not asking you to commit to technical training. The whole process here and the whole point here is that we actually enable you to go out there and sell this. As I mentioned before, agent or wholesale, you have the option. You may decide to sign up for both. There might be opportunities that you think, do you know what, I'd rather put that on an agent model, or actually, some of them you may want to put onto the wholesale resale program so that you can basically, it's your destiny as to how much margin and professional services you want to make in your deals. What we will do as part of that onboarding once you've signed is we'll then sit down with Katrina and obviously with our 8x8 friends and discuss the marketing requirements. You might want to do, obviously it would be a landing page on your website, but you might want to look at a particular focused campaign, so we can run all that through with you. We get the partner exchange account opened and get training booked ASAP, and you can start registering opportunities as soon as that account's open. Obviously we will support you and help you with that and help you build case studies, all the support that you need to be able to go out there and confidently talk. And obviously, the key part to this is a partnership. We've mentioned it various times on this on this webinar in many different forms, but for this to work successfully, it is a partnership. That's really the only commitment that we ask, is that if you do sign that, we work together, we help build the business plans, and all it really is your time. That's the only commitment that we ask. And we can then get you on that journey very successfully and quickly. So that's really to close today's webinar. I'm sure, and we have had some questions. I think, Katrina, they've probably been coming through to you.
Yeah, I've got a few, I've got a few on the chat that have popped in just through the session. Shall I fire them out now, Karen?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I've got a mix of some that might be Karen, they might be me, they might be Alan. I think it's Alan question. Is MDF, marketing development funds, is marketing funding limited to your partner size or your spend with 8x8?
I have to say it's not limited by size or spend. It's, if you've got a good idea, we want to hear about it. So, do not be put off by how much revenue you've got at the moment with us, but we're led by good ideas. So if you've got something, do come forward and tell us about it.
Yes, and that has been our experience, hasn't it, Karen, for our partners. When we've signed 8x8, we've been very quick to execute marketing activity, do sales blitz, do joint webinars, plan events. So that's definitely been our experience as well, Alan. I've got another question here. This is definitely for you, Alan, and a real marketing question. Can the search terms on Bombora be altered? So maybe unpack what search terms are.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So just as a reminder, so search terms, so we track 150 search terms on Bombora, and Bombora flags up if people have been researching that search terms. And those search terms are search terms that we have set after a lot of trial and error, and we've pretty much perfected them. And there's a wide scope of search terms we have in there. So no, you can't change them, unfortunately, but you will find that the search terms that we have set are very good ones, and ones that we have kind of worked on after many tries of trying different things. So if you've got any further queries on the search terms, I'm happy to share them with you as well. So do let me know. But no, the answer to that is no. But I have to say the search terms that we use are spot on.
I would just add that at Nuvola, we actually use Bombora. I've actually sent over content to Alan, and I get the reports myself every Sunday night, and I have found it to be an excellent intent tool to determine what people are looking for on search engines on Google. Is somebody searching for cloud telephony? Yes, they are. That goes to the top of my list. And then that goes into our TM team, and we sales call that person knowing that they have recently been looking for cloud telephony. So for us, it's actually a really good tool. So yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid is what I'm admitting to there. Another question that's come in, I think this might be for you, Karen. Is there any requirement on seats to get marketing support from 8x8 or Nuvola? So any requirement on seats? I guess the minimum number, is it?
No, absolutely not. I something that I've probably laboured on. Nice quick man, lovely.
Sorry, that's me.
Is that there really is, no commitment. We're not. I think one of these things to realise is that when partners look to sign up directly with a vendor in this day and age, and I'm not saying anything out of turn here, Alan, but there are commitments from vendors that you have to sign up to, whether that's seats, whether that's the number of technically trained or sales trained individuals, and you are then targeted for, like an annual number. Going through Nuvola, not only does it mean that, we're recruiting partners that perhaps haven't touched UC before, or cloud telephony, whatever it might be, it means that commitment is on us. So we're with 8x8. We've got a commitment with those guys. We don't pass on huge commitments to our partners at all. As I mentioned on the last slide, it's really all about your time and your commitment to us, that you are looking to go out there and talk the 8x8 message, which we'll help you with. So that's a long answer to the question, but it's just to elaborate on that, no, we don't. You don't have to sign up to a number of seats to get marketing support. It's available to all of you. So yeah, there is no commitment.
Brilliant,
We'll
brilliant.
pick up that for you.
That probably pulls into the final question, which is actually from the same person. Do I have to sign up and be trained to be an 8x8 and Nuvola partner? So yeah,
I can probably answer that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So on the previous slide, we just asked you to sign our terms and conditions as becoming a partner with Nuvola. The only training that I suspect, or that we recommend is the sales training, which I alluded to on a slide we can help you with. So there's a small element of sales training for your sales teams to be able to understand what the 8x8 message is and where their value add is in the marketplace. If along that journey you decide that you wanted to have some of your technical team trained up to be able to do their own deployments, that's absolutely fine. We'll work with you on that timeline. Or you might decide actually you never want to do that, and Nuvola would provide that service for you on an ongoing basis. So in answer to your question, again, I've made that long, but we just ask you to sign our agreement. That's all we ask. So yeah.
So there's no upfront commitment on seats. There's no certification required. No. It's if you want to opt in to further knowledge and education and training, you can. Otherwise, it's pretty much a hand in glove type of relationship, and Nuvola just supports the reseller to get on it.
Yeah, indeed. And even when you do the sales training and technical training, if that's the route you decide to go down from a technical point of view, there's no cost associated with that. So the only cost really is the time. There's no charge for any of that training via ourselves or the vendor. So yeah.
Okay, great, brilliant. Okay, that's me done really for questions. We will be in contact with everyone, but obviously feel free to contact us if you need to know more or want to know more and get involved. I just want to take this time to say thank you to our attendees for coming on this morning, and also thank our panelist Alan Siegert from 8x8 and Karen Blackman from Nuvola and myself for an excellent webinar. So thanks everyone. Have a good week.
Fantastic. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.